Hello everyone, my name is CMA. Welcome back to CMA modules. In this video lecture, we will be going for module 1 of strategic cost management. Module 1 is completely theory. You can expect it for 5, 10 marks, 15 marks. Very important concepts. Here they are asked as direct questions. They will go for long question answers, MCQs. So overall, the chapter is little important. Concepts of strategic cost management in different stages of value chain. So a strategy is an integrated set of choices for actions which positions a firm into an industry so as to generate superior financial returns over a long run. So what does a strategy do? A strategy is an integrated set of choices. Strategy is nothing but an integrated set of choices, and this choices strategy will help a firm to prepare its position in any industry. Here, integrated set of choices creates the environment internal to the firm, whereas industry provides external environment and the long run replicates the competitive dynamics. Strategic cost management. A firm's strategy aims to match its own capabilities with the available opportunities. So, what is strategic cost management? Strategic cost management is nothing but a firm. What is firm doing? A firm is preparing a strategy, and firm is trying to meet its own capabilities with the available opportunities. So, I'll try to compare myself with other teachers. So, a firm's strategy aims to match its own capabilities with available opportunities. In other words, strategy defines as to how an organization creates value for its customers while distinguishing itself from its competitors. In general, businesses follow one of two broad strategies, that is, either cost leadership or product differentiation. Low cost carriers are known to provide quality products or services at low price by towing the cost leadership strategy. So we have strategic cost management. So what is strategic cost management? Strategic cost management is related to matching my capabilities with available opportunities to check, to distinguish uh, uh, my capabilities, my strategy with the other organization, how the other organization is creating value for the customer, how I am preparing value for the customer, how other organizations are dealing with competitors, how I am dealing with competitors, cost leadership or product differentiation, low cost carriers. These are the important terms on which strategies are prepared. Strategic cost management refers to cost management that specifically focuses on strategic issues such as company's cost, productivity, or efficiency advantage relative to competitors, or premium prices a company can charge over its cost for distinctive product or service features. Strategic cost management thus play a vital role in formulating beneficial strategies relevant for the firm information by providing information about the sources of competitive advantage. So, what does your strategic cost management do? Strategic cost management thus plays a vital role. It plays an important role in formulating beneficial strategies. It plays an important role for formulating beneficial strategies relevant for the firm by providing information about the sources of competitive advantage. Strategic cost management may be stated as the process of identifying. First, what we do, we identify, we accumulate, we measure, we identify, then we accumulate, then we measure, analyze, interpret, and report cost information useful to both internal and external environment groups concerned with the way in which an organization utilizes its resources to achieve its strategic objectives. As such, strategic cost management needs to be perceived as the application of cost management technique with a view to enhance the strategic posture. So we have strategic cost management. What is strategic cost management? Strategic cost management may be stated as the process of identify. So we identify what all strategies we are supposed to prepare to grab information. Which all information do I need? I need to identify that. Then I need to accumulate. Then I need to measure, analyze, interpret, and reporting cost information useful to both internal and external groups concerned with the way in which an organization utilizes its resources to achieve its strategic objectives. As such, strategic cost management needs to be perceived as the application of cost management techniques with a view to enhance the strategic posture of the firm and reduce the cost. So I need to enhance my strategy. I need to go for a good amount of strategy so that I can reduce down my cost, I can enhance, I can improve my profit. It is a process of combining decision making structure with the cost information in order to reinforce business strategy as a whole. So here I can get a question, write a short note on strategic cost management or what is strategic cost management. So any 4 to 5 points from here will be helpful. Strategic cost management may be divided into 4 stages: formulation of strategies, communication of strategies across entire organization, implementation of tactics to execute the strategies, controlling activities to track the achievement. So these are 4 stages. So first we need to formulate. So whatever is my strategy that I need to communicate across the organization, everyone, each and everyone should be known that what we have created and what we are supposed to work for. Implementation of tactics. So if there are any tactics, I need to implement on it. Okay, if there is anything related to the strategy, I need to work on it. Then controlling the activities, I need to control certain activities. So these are formulation of strategies, communication of strategies, implementation of strategies, and controlling. So these are my 4 stages. Right, 4 stages of strategic cost management. First is formulation, then is communication, implementation, and controlling. Okay, then I have strategic cost management. Primary importance is given to constant improvement in the product or services to deliver better quality to its target customers. So obviously, primary importance is given to constant improvement in the product or services. Primary importance is given to constant improvement in the product or services to deliver better quality to its target customers. I want to deliver very good quality to my target customers. So, strategic cost management therefore encompasses every factor of the value chain of an organization. The need for strategic cost management may be summarized as it is an updated form of cost analysis in which strategic elements are clear and more formal. It helps in identifying cost a relationship between value chain activities and its process of management to gain competitive advantage. So we have need. So the strategic cost management primary importance is given to whom? To constant improvement. Today, if I worked 2 times harder, tomorrow I'm required to work 3 times harder. Constant improvement in the product or services to deliver better quality or uh, better quality to my target customers at a less price, less cost. Therefore encompasses every fact of the value chain of the organization. So under strategic cost management, what is the primary importance? Primary importance is given to constant improvement first. Second, to deliver good quality products to my customers. So there are 2 objectives. Then we have need for strategic cost management may be summarized as follows. It is an updated form of cost analysis in which strategic elements are clearer and more formal. It helps in identifying the cost relationship between value chain activities and its process of management to gain competitive advantage. So they have given us need. So I've completed 3 questions till here. Write a short note on strategic cost management or what is strategic cost management, question 1. Second question, what are the 4 stages under strategic cost management? Third, need for strategic cost management. 3 questions I have completed. Now I'll go for 4th question. Strategic cost management has 3 important pillars, namely strategic positioning, cost driver analysis, and value chain analysis. Strategic positioning analysis, it determines the company's comparative position in the industry in terms of performance. Cost driver analysis, cost is driven by different interrelated factors. In strategic and management, the cost driver is divided into 2 categories, namely structural cost drivers, executional cost drivers. It examines measures and explains the financial impact of cost driver concerned with the activity. So we have strategic positioning activity, we have cost driver analysis, and we have value chain analysis. So we have strategic positioning analysis. So what is strategic positioning analysis? It determines company's comparative position in the industry in terms of performance. So what I'll do, Reliance will compare itself with Vodafone or Vodafone will compare with Reliance. So I'm comparing my position with any other firm in the industry. So Reliance, Vodafone, Tata, they are firms under telecommunication industry. Then we have cost driver analysis. Cost is driven by different interrelated factors. In strategic cost management, the cost driver is divided into two categories, namely structural cost drivers and executional cost drivers. It examines, measures, and explains the financial impact of the cost driver concerned with the activity. So we have strategic positioning analysis, we have cost driver analysis. Strategic positioning analysis, cost driver analysis. So under cost driver analysis, what I do, I analyze in strategic cost management, cost driver is divided into two categories. One is structural and another one is executional. So I have structural cost drivers, this way, it should be this way, it should be this way. That's a structure. I've created a structure, structural cost driver. Executional cost driver, I need certain cost drivers, I need certain activities to execute my work, to execute whatever I've planned in my strategy. It examines, measures, and explains the financial impact of cost driver concerned with the activity. So we have completed strategic cost management. 2 points here. There are total 3 pillars. Out of that, 2 pillars I have completed. Value chain analysis is my third pillar. Value chain analysis is the process in which a firm recognizes and analyzes all the activities and functions that contribute to the final product. Value chain analysis depicts the manner in which customer value accrues along the activity chain that results in final product or services. So strategic positioning analysis, cost driver analysis, value chain analysis. So we have 3 points here. I'll take a pause, a quick read, and then we'll go for value chain. Then we have value chain, developed by Michael Porter in 1985 and used throughout the world. The value chain is a powerful tool for disaggregating a company into its strategically relevant activities. So what is value chain? This concept is given to us by Michael Porter in 1985. This concept is given to us by Michael Porter in 1985. Value chain is given to us by Michael Porter in 1985 and used throughout the world. Value chain is a powerful tool. Value chain is what? It's a powerful tool for disaggregating a company into strategically relevant activities. So what we do here is we disaggregate, aggregate नहीं, summing up नहीं, उसको तोड़ना, disaggregating a company into strategically relevant activities in order to focus on sources of competitive advantage. That is, specific activities that result in lower cost or higher price. So what do we do here? We disaggregate a company into its strategically relevant activities. We divide our companies into strategically relevant activities in order to focus on the sources of competitive advantage, that is, the specific activities that result in lower cost or higher prices. A company's value chain is typically part of larger value system that includes companies either upstream, that is suppliers, or downstream, that is distribution channels, or both. This perspective about how value is created forces managers to consider and see each activity not just as a cost but as a step that has to add some increment of value to the finished product or services. So we have value chain. Value chain is nothing but it was developed by Michael Porter in 1985. It is a worldwide accepted concept. What does value chain do? Value chain will divide or organization into different small strategies and activities, and then it will take an average. Then it will give us the lower cost and higher prices. Companies' value chain is typically part of larger value system that includes companies either upstreams, that is, it helps either in the form of suppliers or distributions, downstreams, or both. This perspective about how value is created forces managers to consider and see each activity not just as a cost but as a step that has to add some increment of value to the finished product or services. Manufacturing companies create value by acquiring raw materials and using them to produce something useful. Retailers bring together a range of products and present them in a way that is convenient to customers, sometimes supported by services such as trial rooms or personal shoppers. Advice and insurance companies offer policies to customers that are underwritten by larger reinsurance policies. So we have manufacturing companies create value by acquiring raw materials and using them to produce something useful. Retailers bring together a range of products and present them in a way that is convenient to customers, sometimes supported by services such as trial rooms or personal shopper advice, and insurance companies offer policies to customers that are underwritten by larger reinsurance policies. Here they are packaging these larger policies in a customer friendly way and distributing them to a mass audience. So they have discussed about value chain. In other words, a value that is created and captured by a company as reduced by cost incurred in the profit margin expressed as a formula, the equation would read as under. So value created and captured minus cost of creating that value equals to profit margin. So sales minus cost will give me profit margin. A quick read, then we'll go for a new concept. So elements in Potter's value chain, another answer. Rather than looking at departments or accounting cost type, Potter's value chain focuses on systems and how inputs are changed into outputs purchased by consumers. So what does Potter's value do? Potter's value chain focuses on systems. It focuses on systems and how inputs are converted into outputs for the customers. It focuses on that. Using this viewpoint, Potter described a chain of activities common to all businesses, and he divided them into primary and support activities as shown below. Primary activities relate directly to physical creation, sales, maintenance, and support of a product or a services. They consist of the following: inbound logistic, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and services. So we have primary activities. Primary activities relate directly to the physical creation. Okay, so it relates directly to the physical creation, sales, maintenance. So primary activities means what? I go for physical creation, I go for sales, I go for maintenance, I go for support of product or services. They consist of the following. They consist of inbound logistic, they consist of operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and services. So inbound logistics, these are all the processes related to receiving, storing, and distributing the inputs internally. The supplier relationships are a key factor in creating value here. So we have inbound logistics. So what is inbound logistics? Inbound logistics means it's a process where we receive, we store, we distribute inputs, materials, raw materials. Internally we are doing it. Inbound. Inbound is internally we are doing it. We are receiving materials, we are storing them, we are distributing raw materials. Supplier relationship are a key factor in creating value. So a good relationship with supplier will help me to go for inbound logistics. Then I have operations. These are the transformation activities that change inputs into outputs that are sold to customers. Your operational systems create value. Then I have outbound logistics. These activities deliver the product or services to the customers. These are things like collection, storage, and distributing the outputs. They may be internal or external to the organizations. Marketing and sales, these are the processes that are used to persuade clients to purchase from the firm instead of its customers. The benefits being offered and how well they are communicated to the customers and are sources of value here. So you have inbound logistics, you have operations, you have outbound logistics. So these activities deliver. Outbound logistics means what? These activities deliver services to the customers. They are not dealing internal organization. They are not dealing with customers internally with employees or any other internal organization. Instead, they are dealing with outside customers. They are providing services to outside customers. These are the things like collection, storage, and distribution of inputs, of outputs. They may be internal or external of to the organization. Then we have marketing and sales. These are the processes that are used to persuade clients to purchase from the firm instead of competitors. The benefits being offered and how well they are communicated to the customers are the sources of value here. Then we have services. These are the activities related to maintaining the value of the product or services to customers once it has been purchased. So we have primary activities, inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and services. A quick read, then we'll go for support activities. So elements in Potter's value chain. Potter's value chain means here Michael Potter has given us the value chain. So first we went for value chain. What is value chain? Now we have elements of value chain. So it is divided into two parts: primary activity and support activities. So primary activities we completed. Now we have supporting activities. So under supporting activities, support what we have, they are ancillary activities. इसके बिना primary activity चल ही नहीं सकता है. So they support primary functions stated above. Each support or secondary activities can play a role in each primary activity. For example, procurement support operations with certain activities, but it also supports marketing and sales with other activities. We have procurement. This is what the organization does to get resources it needs to operate. This includes finding vendors and negotiating best prices. Human resource management. This is how well a company recruits, hires, trains, motivates, rewards, and regains and trains its workers. So we have human resource management, HRM. So this is how well a company recruits, hires, trains, motivates, rewards, and retains its customers, its workers. Okay, so we have procurement, we have HRM. So procurement is nothing but purchasing at best price, at best negotiating price from very good suppliers. Then we have HRM. HRM is nothing but we take a very good advantage, clear advantage with good HR practices. Then we have technological development. So these activities relate to managing and processing information as well as protecting a company's knowledge base, minimizing information technology cost, staying current with technological advances, and maintaining technical excellence are sources of value creation. So we had secondary activities, that is supporting activities. These activities support our primary activities. They are procurement, that is purchases. It should be done at best price and from best suppliers. HRM, we should have a good motivating employees. They should not be lazy. They should not, they should have a very good training. They should be motivated. Good rewards must be given to the workers and they should be retained. Then we have technological development. Technologically, every worker should be well educated. There should be good knowledge. There should be good technology support. So that's technology development. Then we have infrastructure. These are the company's support system and the functions that allows it to maintain daily operations. Accounting, legal, administrative, and general management are examples of necessary infrastructure that businesses can use to their advantage. Okay, so that's infrastructure. A quick read, then we'll go for next value chain analysis. I hope you are comfortable till here. In our next video lecture, I'll start from value chain analysis and I'll try to end up this chapter in my next video lecture. Thank you.